Good day everyone and welcome to another video tutorial regarding licensure examination for teachers review mathematics major. Ito yung part 2 ng ating discussion on analytic geometry. So what are the objectives for today's discussion? At the end of the session, you are able to demonstrate understanding and problem solving skills in analytic geometry. So specifically, you are able to Number 1, calculate the directed distance from a line to a point and the distance between two parallel lines. Number 2, translate geometric conditions into algebraic expressions using the concept of locus of points. Number 3, find the equation of the circle in general or center radius form based on 3 geometric conditions. And 4, solve other let-type problems involving analytic geometry. So ito yung mga ginamit ko na references in my video tutorial. So without further ado, let's have question 1. What is the directed distance from the line 3x plus 4y equals 12 to the point 4, 3? So dito, kung aalalahanin natin, meron tayong ginagamit dito na formula. Tama. By the way, pag sinabi natin na directed distance, ito yung perpendicular distance or the shortest distance from the given line to a given point. So ang gawin natin para ma-visualize yung problem, graph muna natin. So, gamit yung ating x and y intercept, ang graph ng 3x plus 4y equals 12 is this. Point 43 lies dun sa may part na yon. So, ang hinahanap natin dito is the perpendicular distance, no? From the given line to the given point. Remember, pag sinabi natin na distance, iba siya sa directed distance. Kasi sa directed distance, kino-consider natin yung sign. Kapag yung point natin ay nasa positive side ng ating Cartesian plane or nasa right side ng ating line, the directed distance is positive. Kapag naman nasa left side ng line siya, so ang directed distance natin ay negative. If the point lies on the line, the directed distance is 0. Ayan. So kailangan nating i-label si x sub 1 and y sub 1, that's for the given point. And then itong given equation of line, kailangan naka-equate sa 0. So we can rewrite it as 3x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0. So identify natin yung a, b, and c na mga coefficients and constant terms sa ating equation. So ito yung ating formula na gagamitin. We have d equals ax sub 1 plus by sub 1 plus c all over the square root of a squared plus b squared. So gagawin lang natin is direct substitution dito sa ating formula. So we have this as our resulting equation pagka nag-substitute tayo. So, sisimplify lang natin. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Copy negative 12. 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. So, pwede na natin to simplify, ano? So, yung 12 tsaka plus negative 12 will be 0. Kaya 12 na lang yung taas. 16 plus 9 is 25. Square root of 25, that's equal to 5. Pero sa choices natin, dahil puro decimal, so pwede nating i-divide ito. 12 divided by 5, that's equal to 2.4. So, for question 1, ang answer natin ay letter B, 2.4. Clear? Let's proceed to question number 2. What is the distance between the lines 3x minus 2y equals 6 and 6x minus 4y equals negative 24? So, dito, kapag distance between lines, we can conclude that the two lines are parallel. Siyempre, hindi natin makukuha ang distance between two lines kung hindi sila parallel. Yan. So, ito yung ating mga choices. Sa given natin, mukhang hindi siya same, ano? Kasi, di ba, sa previous discussion natin, kailangan same yung A and B mo dun sa may dalawang equations of lines para masabi natin na siya ay parallel. Pero dito, pag tiningnan mo itong second equation natin, ano, di ba, pwede pa natin itong i-reduce. Pwede na natin itong i-divide ng 2. Okay, para maging same siya dito. Okay, so, pakita natin yung graph. So, pagka graph natin siya, ito yung graph ng 3x minus 2y equals 6 gamit yung kanilang x and y intercept. So, yung graph naman ng isa ay ito siya. Ayan. So, this is the graph of 6x minus 4y equals negative 24. We are asked to calculate the distance between these two parallel lines. So, copy natin yung ating figure. So, distance between these two equations. So, una muna natin gagawin is i-equate natin ito sa 0, yung unang equation natin. So, that's equal to 3x minus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. So, ito, equate din natin sa 0 by transposing negative 24 to the left side. Thus, we have 6x minus 4y plus 24 equals 0. So, sabi ko nga kanina, bago mo ma-i-apply yung formula, kailangan same yung coefficients ng A and B mo. So, ibig sabihin, ito, divide natin ng 2, yung pinaka-equation. Pag dinivide ng 2, that will become 3x minus 2y plus 12 equals 0. Dahil same na sila ng A and B, pwede na natin gamitin yung ating formula. Distance between the parallel lines, D equals the absolute value of C sub 2 minus C sub 1 all over the square root of A squared plus B squared. Ang gawin natin, identify natin yung A, B, C sub 1 at saka yung C sub 2. So dito, ito yung A at B natin, ito si C sub 1. For the second equation, ito si A, B at saka si C sub 2. Ayan. So tama nga yung conclusion natin na pag parallel yung lines, same sila ng coefficients na or values ng A and B. So, substitute lang natin dito sa ating formula. So, this is 12 minus negative 6. Ayan. All over, yung A at B natin ay 3 at saka negative 2. So, double negatives magiging positive. That will become 12 plus 6. Disregard mo na lang itong parenthesis, no? 3 squared is 9. Negative 2 squared is equal to 4. 12 plus 6 is 18. So, magiging absolute value of 18 over 9 plus 4, that's equal to 13. So, remember that the absolute value of 18 is 18. So, ito yung ating computed distance. So, kung isi-simplify natin ito by rationalizing, so i-times natin ng square root of 13 over square root of 13, our distance will become 18 square root of 13 over 13. Hence, ang sagot natin sa number 2 ay, okay, walang iba kundi letter D. Now, let's proceed to question 3. What is the area of the triangle bounded by the coordinate axis and the line 3x plus 5y equals 9? Ayan. So, medyo mahirap i-analyze yung ating problem. So, mas maganda pakita natin yung graph. So, pag rinaf natin siya, ayan, ito yung graph nung line 3x plus 5y equals 9. So, ang tinatanong natin is yung area of the triangle bounded by the coordinate axis. So, kumbaga, ito yung pinaka-triangle na mapo-form. Yung triangle na formed nung line at saka nung mga coordinate axis, yung x at saka yung y axis natin. So, dito, para makuha natin yung area, kailangan alam natin yung base at saka yung height ng triangle. Kung makikita natin dito, ito ay 3 and this one is 9 over 5. Paano natin nakuha itong mga to? Actually, itong mga to ay yung x at saka yung y-intercept ng ating pinaka-equation. So, pag kinuha mo yung x-intercept nito, that's equal to 3. Pag kinuha mo yung y-intercept nito, that's equal to 9 over 5. So, para mas maganda, pakita natin yung solution. So, we have 3x plus 5y equals 9. To compute for the x-intercept, we let y be equal to 0 and solve for x. So, we have this as our equation. Isi-0 natin si y. And then solve for x. So, ito 0 na. We have 3x equals 9. Hence, ang x natin dito ay equal to 3. Ang y-intercept natin ay isi-0 naman si x and solve for y. So, this becomes 5y equals 9 or y equals 9 over 5. So, ito yung 3 at saka yung 9 over 5 dun sa ating graph. Remember na pag meron kang base at height, ang formula ng triangle is equal to 1/2 base times height. Substitute lang natin. Ayan siya. And then multiply. So, si 3 dito may over 1. Tama? So, 1 times 3 times 9 is 27. 2 times 1 times 5, that's equal to 10. So, si 27 over 10, pag dinivide, that's equal to 2.7 square units. So, balik tayo sa ating question. For number T, the correct answer is letter A, 2.7 square units. Now, let's proceed to question number 4. Find the locus of point or locus of a point that is always 5 units away from the point 0, 0. So, pag sinabi natin na locus of point, ito yung path traced by a given point. Ayan. So, dito kung ang pinag-uusapan ay locus ng point na 5 units away from a given point, we can conclude na yung pinaka-equation natin ay circle. Diba? Kasi ang definition ng circle, set of points yun na equidistant from a given point. So, dito ay equation of circle ang hinahanap natin. Alin kaya dyan sa mga choices na yan? So, if we're going to visualize this, so ano daw yung path or yung locus ng point na 5 units away from the point 0, 0? Recall the equation of the circle. Kapag ka ang center ng circle ay nasa origin, 0, 0, ang equation niya ay x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Kapag ka naman ang center ng circle ay nasa HK, so ang equation natin ay quantity x minus h squared plus quantity y minus k squared equals r squared. So let's plot 0, 0 dun sa ating Cartesian plane. So ito siya. Ang tinatanong is yung path, no? Traced by the point na laging 5 units away from that given point. So, kumbaga, ang layo nung that point or from the center to this point or any point on the triangle is always 5. Kaya ito ay equation ng circle. So, let's copy the graph here. Ayan, since ang ating center ay nasa 0, 0 and ang radius natin ay 5, ang gagamitin natin na equation ay x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So, sa substitute lang natin dito. So, ang r mo ay 5. We have x squared plus y squared equals 5 squared. And simplify 5 squared, that's equal to 25. So, ang answer natin dito ay letter C. X squared plus y squared equals 25. Now, let's proceed to question 5. Find the locus of point equidistant from A to 1 and B 6, 5. Ito yung ating mga choices. Kapag naman ang condition natin ay locus ng point na equidistant from a given point, ang hinahanap natin dito is the perpendicular bisector. So para mas ma-visualize yung sinasabi ko, pakita natin yung graph. So ito yung point 2, 1 at saka yung point B na 6, 5. So let's connect these 2 points. So, yung locus or yung path ng points na laging equidistant from this ay ito po, yung kulay asul. Ang tawag natin dyan ay perpendicular bisector. Okay? So, sa perpendicular bisector, pag sinabing perpendicular bisector, it is perpendicular dun sa midpoint ng given segment. Okay? Ayan. So, ang hinahanap natin is yung equation yan. Ax plus by equals C. So, copy natin yung ating graph dun sa may left side. So, we are asked to find the perpendicular bisector of points 2, 1 and 6, 5. So, ang unang gagawin is find the midpoint. Kasi nga, syempre, ang perpendicular bisector ay perpendicular doon sa kanyang midpoint. So, kukunin natin yung midpoint. Sa pagkuha ng midpoint, ina-average lang natin to, di ba? So, 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, ang midpoint natin ay 4, 3 as shown on our graph. And then, ko-compute din natin yung kanilang slope. So, sa pagkuha ng slope, dun sa may previous lesson natin, that is equal to m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, using the formula for slope, m equals 5 minus 1, ayun siya, all over 6 minus 2. So, 5 minus 1 is 4, 6 minus 2 is 4. Ang slope natin is equal to 1. So, yung slope na yon ay slope nung line segment AB. Dahil ang hinahanap natin ay perpendicular bisector, kailangan kukunin natin yung slope ng perpendicular dito. And remember na ang slope ng perpendicular ay negative reciprocal ng given line, nung slope ng given line. So, ang negative reciprocal nito ay negative 1. So, m perpendicular equals negative 1. Dahil meron ka ng midpoint and nakuha mo na yung slope ng perpendicular, you can now substitute it in the point slope form. So, ito yung ating point slope form. Substitute natin itong 4, 3. 4, 3 or midpoint ang gagamitin natin kasi yung 4, 3 ay contained on the perpendicular bisector. So, by substitution, we now have y minus 3 is equal to negative 1 times quantity x minus 4. Gagawin natin is distribute natin yung negative 1. So, negative 1 times x is negative x, and then negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Okay? Next, i-transpose natin ito sa left side. Transpose yung negative 3 sa right. We have x plus y equals 4 plus 3. And 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. So, therefore, the answer is x plus y equals 7. So, sa choices natin, asan siya? Si x plus y equals 7. Letter B, x plus y is equal to 7. Now, let's have question 6. Find the locus of points equidistant from the lines 3x plus 4y equals 6 and 5x minus 12y equals 2. So, eto, dalawa yung mga possible na answers dito. No? Paliwanag natin bakit dalawa yung possible answers. Pagka-class, locus of points equidistant from two lines, ang hinahanap naman natin dito ay mga equations ng angle bisectors. So, para mas maintindihan, pakita natin yung graph. Pag rinaf natin yung mga given lines, so ito si 3x plus 4y equals 6. Then, ito si 5x minus 12y equals 2. So, hindi ko na di-detail kung paano na-graph, pero ang ginamit ko dyan ay x at y intercept nila. So, ang hinahanap ay locus ng points equidistant from the lines. So, meron kang angle na mabubuo dito, no? Ayan. So, ang hinahanap natin dyan is ito, yung equation ng path na to, traced by the given point. Ito yung isa sa mga possible na sagot natin dito. So, ano daw yung equation ng angle bisector na to? Remember, meron pa tayong isang pares pa ng angles na pwedeng mabuo, yung nasa kabila. So, itong red na to, tsaka yun. So, that's another equation of angle bisector na kailangan nating makuha in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. So, kopyahin natin yung graph dun sa left side. Ang hinahanap natin ay yung angle bisector or bisectors of angles formed by the two given lines. So, to do that, ang gagamitin natin is this formula. Yung formula natin sa directed distance from a line to a point. Bakit may positive, negative? Kasi nga, dalawa yung pwede natin na maging angle bisectors dito sa ating problem as shown on sa graph doon sa nasa left side. So, ito ang gagawin natin ay yung unang equation na 3x plus 4y minus 6 kasi di ba equate pa to sa 0. Tapos ang a mo at a sub 1 mo at b sub 1 mo ay 3 at saka 4. Dito naman sa kabila, ito yung gagamitin mo. So, ang a mo ay 5, ang b mo ay negative 12. Tapos ito dapat naka-equate sa 0. So, ang ilalagay sa taas is 5x minus 12y minus 2. Ayan siya. Okay. And then, isi-simplify natin. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. Negative 12 squared is 144. Continue natin yung ating solution. So, pag inad natin yung nandun sa ilalim, that's equal to square root of 25. Ito naman ay square root of 169. So, these are perfect squares. Pwede nating isimplify into 5 at saka 13. So, ayun pa rin yung positive, negative. So, kukunin na natin yung dalawang angle bisectors dito sa ating graph. Ang case number 1 natin is kukunin natin yung positive nito. So, we have this as our working equation. So, to simplify this, cross-multiply natin. This equation times 13 and this equation times 5. So, we have 13 times this equals 5 times this equation. So, distribute lang natin using distributive property. So, 13 times 3 is 39. 13 times 4y is 52y. 13 times negative 6, that's negative 78. 5 times 5x is 25x. 5 times negative 12y is negative 60y. And 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. So, pag sinimplify natin, itatranspose natin lahat itong mga terms na to sa kabila. And pagtabihin natin yung mga similar terms, we have 39x minus 25x plus 52y plus 60y minus 78 plus 10. So, subtract natin to. That's equal to 14. 52y plus 60y is 112y. Negative 78 plus 10 is negative 68 equals 0. So, dito yung equation natin, pwede pa nating i-divide siya ng 2. Kasi divisible yung mga coefficients natin by 2. So, yung unang angle bisector natin is 7x plus 56y minus 34 equals 0. So, yung case 1, tinake natin yung positive. Sa case number 2, ayan, take naman natin yung negative. So, ganun pa rin yung process natin. So, pag cross multiply, ito yung magiging sagot natin. Yung negative, inilagay natin sa taas. Kaya, ito ay naging negative 5 dito sa ating pinaka-equation. So, ganun pa rin. Pag dinistribute ito yung magiging result natin. And then, transpose natin itong mga terms na to sa right side dun sa left side. Magiging ganito na siya. Itatabi natin para madaling isubtract. 39 plus 25, 39x plus 25x, that's 64x. 52y minus 60y is negative 8y. Negative 78 minus 10, so that's negative 88. Pwede nating i-divide yung ating mga coefficients ng 8. Thus, we have 8x minus y minus 11 equals 0. So, asan siya sa ating mga choices? Ayun. Ang correct answer natin here is letter C. 7x plus 56y minus 34 equals 0. And 8x minus y minus 11 equals 0. Let's have question 7. Find the locus of points 5 units away from the line x minus 3 equals 0. So, pagka naman ganito yung ating given, ayan, 5 units away from the line x minus 3 equals 0, ang hinahanap naman natin dyan ay equation ng line parallel to the given line. Yun yung ating locus of points. Para mas maganda, pakita natin yung graph. So pag rinaf natin si x minus 3 equals 0, di ba ito equal kay x equals 3. So yung x equals 3, andito siya. Okay, x equals 3 o kaya x minus 3 equals 0. So ang tinatanong ay 5 units away dito. So ibig sabihin dito, dalawa ang possible answers natin. So 5 units away, so isa dito sa right, isa dito sa my left side. So ito yung ating mga graph. Ayan. Okay, so ang gagawin mo lang ay plus 5 tsaka minus 5 ka lang dito, no? So yung plus 5, ito siya. Okay, yung minus 5 naman, ito. Clear? Okay, so ang sagot natin ay ito, yung dalawang equations na to. Ayan. Okay, asan siya sa ating choices kanina? Ayun, so obviously it's letter A. X minus 8 equals 0 and x plus 2 equals 0. Okay, proceed tayo sa question number 8. Change the equation in center radius form. So we are given the equation 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 4x plus 5y minus 6 equals 0. So we can conclude here na yung ating geometric figure dito ay circle, ano? Kasi equal itong ating mga coefficients ng a and b. So alin daw dito sa mga choices? So gawin natin, let's change the equation in the center radius form. So kopyahin natin yung pinaka-equation. And then, bago tayo mag-change, make sure na yung x squared tsaka yung y squared natin, yung coefficient nila ay 1. So, para ma-reduce natin siya na 1 ang coefficient, we need to divide both sides of the equation by 2. So, that would give us, ayan, x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 5 halves y minus 3 equals 0. So, after that, i-change na natin siya sa center radius form. So, ang gagawin natin is we will group together yung terms na may x and group together terms na y. Tapos yung constant term, transpose natin sa right side. Ayan. So, magiging ganito na siya. Okay? Next, i-complete natin yung square. So, kailangan i-complete natin yung square dito. Tapos dito. Tapos kung ano idinagdag mo dito sa left side, okay, yun din yung idadagdag mo sa right side. So, paano natin makukuha yung number na kailangan nating ilagay dyan para maging perfect square itong mga trinomials na to? So, to answer the question, ang gagamitin natin ay yung formula na quantity 1/2 b squared. O, yung b natin, yung coefficient ng x. Okay? So, dito, pag ginamit natin yung formula, 1/2 of negative 2 is negative 1. Square ng negative 1, that's equal to 1. So, ang lalagay mo dito, 1. Kung naglagay ka dito ng 1, maglalagay ka rin ng 1 dun sa right side. So, ganun din ang gagawin natin dito sa ating kabila. So, 1/2 of 5 halves, that's equal to 5 over 4. And square ng 5 over 4, that's equal to 25 over 16. So, same number must be added dun sa ating right side of our equation. So, ang next na gagawin natin is isi-simplify natin ito. Tapos, ito ay i-express natin as square of binomial. So, again, ito siya, no? Yung ating solution natin kanina. So, dito, express natin as a square of binomial. So, that's equal to quantity x minus 1 squared. Square root ng x squared is x. Square root ng 1 ay 1. Kung ano yung sign dito na negative, yun din ang kokopyahin mo na sign. Okay? And then, dito, ganun din. So, ang equivalent square of binomial nito is this. Square root ng y squared ay 1. Square root ng 25 over 16 ay 5 over 4. Yung sign ng gitna ay positive. So, simplify lang natin ito. Pwede siguro unahin na natin si 3 plus 1. So, that's equal to 4. And then, simplify pa natin ito. So, si 4, pwede na natin siyang i-express into 64 over 16. Tama? So, 64 over 16 plus 25 over 16, that's equal to 89 over 16. So, this is the equation of the circle in the center radius form. Okay, so kung ang hinahanap naman natin dito ay center, sa pagkuha ng center, babaligtarin mo yung mga signs dito, no? So, ang center natin dyan ay 1 and negative 5 over 4. Yung equation ay yung value na, or length ng ating radius. So, di ba ito ay r squared? So, kumbaga, kung ang tinatanong naman ay length ng radius, i-square root mo to. So, we have the square root of 89 over 16. So, that's equal to the square root of 89 over 4 units. So, pakitandaan natin yung sagot. Ito yung sagot. So, asan siya sa ating choices? Ayan. So, ang correct answer natin ay letter B. Clear? Okay. Now, let's have problem number 9. Let us identify the coordinates of the center and the length of the radius of x squared plus y squared minus 12x plus 14y plus 81 equals 0. So, ito yung general form ng equation ng circle. So, hanapin natin yung coordinates ng center and length of the radius. So, dito meron tayong dalawang solution. Pwede natin na i-change ito sa center radius form gaya nung ginawa natin kanina. Or, meron din naman po tayong formula na ginagamit para makuha natin directly yung kanilang mga yung coordinates ng center and yung length ng ating radius. So, kanina tinuro ko sa inyo yung pag-change from general to center radius. So, tuturo ko naman yung other technique, yung gamit yung formula. So, remember na ang general form ng equation of circle natin is this. So, bago mo magamit yung formula na to, make sure na 1 yung coefficient ng x squared at saka ng y squared natin. So, yung formula ng center natin can be obtained using this. We have negative d over 2 tsaka negative e over 2. Okay, so substitute natin. So, ang d mo dyan ay negative 12, ang e mo dyan ay 14. Substitute mo lang doon. So, we have negative of negative 12 over 2 tsaka negative 14 over 2. Simplify natin, ayun. So, very easy, makukuha mo kagad yung center. Ang center natin ay 6, negative 7. For the length of our radius, ito yung formula na ginagamit natin. So, isa-substitute mo lang yung mga values ng d, e, at saka f dito. So, by substitution, so d natin is negative 12, ang e natin ay 14, ang f natin ay 81. Ito siya. Okay. So, negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. 14 divided 2 is 7. So, may square pa siya. Okay. Negative 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49 minus 81. So, add mo lang to and subtract. That is equal to the square root of 4. So, ang length ng ating radius is equal to 2. So, center is 6, negative 7. Ang radius natin ay 2. So, asan siya? Okay, correct answer natin ay letter D. Okay, let's have question 10. The line y equals negative 7 is tangent to a circle with its center located at negative 2, negative 4. Write the equation of the circle in center radius form. So, sa mga ganitong klase ng problem, medyo mahirap siyang isolve nang hindi nakikita yung graph. So, kailangan pagka ganito yung mga problems, yung mga tangent, kailangan papakita natin yung graph. So, medyo dapat mabilis tayo pagdating sa pagga-graph kasi medyo mahirap mag-graph, Ayan. So, pakita natin nasan si y equals negative 7. Ito yung graph niyan. And then, yung center natin ay negative 2, negative 4. So, this is the center of the circle. Yung circle daw ay tangent dito. So, pagka i-green up natin siya, okay, we draw the sketch, ito yung itsura. Ayan. So, remember, dalawa ang kailangan mo para makuha mo ang equation ng circle. Ano yon? We have center at saka radius. Yung center, nakuha na. So, ano na lang ang kulang natin? Okay, ang kulang na lang natin dito is yung length ng radius. So, dito, ang kailangan mo na lang gawin is i-count mo how many units away yung point na to dun sa may line na yon. So, pag tiningnan natin, yung layo nito ay 3. Yun yung ating radius. So, dahil may center ka na at saka may radius ka na, madali nang kunin yung equation ng circle. So, using the center, negative 2, negative 4, ang length ng ating radius ay 3. Substitute na lang natin into this formula. So, that will be quantity x plus 2 squared plus quantity y plus 4 squared equals 3 squared. 3 squared equals 9. So, this is the equation of the circle. Quantity x plus 2 squared plus quantity y plus 4 squared equals 9. So, asan siya sa ating choices? Okay, so plus, Ayun, plus 2 plus 4 equals 9. Correct answer natin is letter A. Clear? Okay, let's have question 11. Write the equation of the circle in center radius form whose diameter endpoints are 4, negative 3, and negative 6, 7. So, ito yung ating mga choices. So, endpoints ng diameter yung binigay. So, syempre, pag endpoints ng diameter, common sense will tell us na kailangan kunin natin midpoint. Yung midpoint niya, yun yung magiging center ng ating circle. So, para mas maintindihan, pakita natin yung graph. So, ito yung mga endpoints ng diameter ng ating circle. Pag plinat natin. So, yung circle natin nandito. Ayan. So, hinahanap natin ay equation ng circle. So, dalawa ang kailangan nating makuha. Kailangan yung center using midpoint and then yung radius makuha natin using distance formula. Okay, pakita natin yung pinaka-solution. First, kunin natin yung midpoint. So, sa pagkuha ng midpoint, pa-plus mo yung mga x's, pa-plus divided by 2, tapos plus mo yung mga y divided by 2. So, ang midpoint natin will become, so negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2 over 2. Negative 2 over 2 equals negative 1. Yung y naman natin, 7 plus negative 3 is 4. 4 divided by 2, that's equal to 2. Ang center natin ay negative 1, 2. So, mukhang tama naman tayo dito sa ating graph, ano? Mukha namang tama siya. So, ngayon, ang kailangan na lang natin ay radius. Para makuha natin yung radius, kukompute natin yung distance from the center to any of these points. So, halimbawa, ang gusto ko ay center at saka si point 4, negative 3. So, kukunin natin yung distance nito. So, ito yung ating x sub 1, y sub 1. Ito naman yung x sub 2, y sub 2 natin. So, ginamitan natin siya ng distance formula, no? So, 4 minus negative 1, kaya naging 4 plus 1, plus negative 3 minus 2. Ayun. So, 4 plus 1 equals 5. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. Simplify natin. 5 squared is 25. Negative 5 squared is 25. Add natin, that's equal to the square root of 50. Si square root of 50, pag sinimplify natin, di ba, ang factors nun ay square root of 25 times 2. Lalaya yung 25, kaya naging 5 square root of 2. So, ito yung ating radius. So, dahil may center ka na at may radius, madali na lang kunin yung equation of the circle by substitution dito sa ating formula. So, that will be x plus 1 squared plus quantity y minus 2 squared equals the square root of 50 squared. So, cancelin mo na lang to. So, ang equation of the circle natin ay x plus 1 squared plus quantity y minus 2 squared equals 50. So, yung equals 50 yung dulo. Asan siya sa ating choices? Yun. So, yung answer natin dito is quantity x plus 1 squared plus quantity y minus 2 squared is equal to 50. Okay? Ang technique dito, just in case makalimutan mo, pwede rin naman na i-substitute mo na lang yung mga points na to. So, pag sinubstitute mo yung mga points na to, dapat maging true yung equation. Ang magiging true lang dyan is nasa pangatlo, no? Yung letter C equation natin. Okay, usually, ganun naman pagka mga may choices. Pwede kang mag-substitute. Pwede sa mga lines, pwede sa circle, pwede sa kahit na anong mga equation. So, dapat maging true yung ating equation. Now, let's proceed to question 12. Find the equation of the circle in the center radius form which passes through the points P1, negative 2, Q5, 4, and R10, 5. So, ang binigay lang dito ay coordinates ng 3 points. Hahanapin natin yung equation ng circle. Ang choices natin dito ay nasa center radius form. Okay, so meron tayong key idea na kailangan nating tandaan dito. Okay, so ito po yung key idea natin. So, if we're going to plot these points, so ito yung mga points ng ating circle. So, kumbaga, andito yung ating circle. Ayan. So, remember na dito, sa topic na to, which is circles determined by geometric conditions, kapag pinag-connect natin itong mga points na to, and we draw the perpendicular bisector, okay, so drawing natin perpendicular bisector nung line segment na to, and the perpendicular bisector of this line segment, yung intersection ng mga perpendicular bisectors, ayan, yun yung ating magiging center. So, kailangan makuha natin yung equation ng perpendicular bisectors natin dito sa dalawa na to. Yung kulay blue at saka yung kulay green. Pag nakuha mo na yung center, madali na lang kunin yung radius. So, kukuha ka na lang or pipili ka na lang dito sa, kahit alin dito sa tatlong points, hahanapin mo yung distance from the center. So, halimbawa, eto. Yun. So, pag nakuha mo na yung center at radius, madali na lang kunin yung equation ng ating circle. So, ito medyo matagal lang isolve, no? Pakita natin yung solution. So, ito yung ating graph. Ayan. So, kunin muna natin yung equation ng perpendicular bisector ng point P at saka ng point Q. So, sa pagkuha ng equation ng perpendicular bisector, kailangan natin ng midpoint. So, ano ang midpoint nito? 1 plus 5 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then negative 2 plus 4 is 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So, ito yung midpoint. Yung slope naman nila, ito siya, yung ating solution. So, 4 minus negative 2, kaya naging 4 plus 2, 5 minus 1. 4 plus 2 is 6, 5 minus 1 is 4. Lowest term, that's equal to 3 halves. So, slope ito nung line segment na to. Tama? Ang kailangan nating makuha is equation of the perpendicular bisector. So, kukunin natin negative reciprocal nito. So, ito yung negative reciprocal niya. Ang kailangan mo para makuha yung perpendicular bisector nung line segment of this with these endpoints, kukunin natin yung kanyang equation gamit yung point slope form. So, sa-substitute mo ito at saka ito dun sa ating equation. So, we now have y minus 1, ang kukunin natin ay midpoint, equals negative 2/3 times quantity x minus 3. So, kailangan ma-eliminate natin si 3 para mas madali siyang i-solve, ano? So, magta-times tayo ng 3 sa magkabilang sides ng equation. Kaya siya naging 3 times quantity y minus 1 equals negative 2 times quantity x minus 3. Kasi makakancel na yung 3 pag nag-times ka ng 3 dito sa may right side. So, distribute natin. We have 3 times y is 3y, 3 times negative y is negative 3. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times negative 3 equals positive 6. Ayan. Then transpose natin to lahat sa left side. We have 2x plus 3y minus 3 minus 6 equals 0. Simplify natin ito, that's equal to 2x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. So, ito yung equation ng perpendicular bisector. Sa graph natin, ito yung kulay green, ano, dun sa ating pinaka-equation. Kunin naman natin yung perpendicular bisector ni point Q at saka ni point R. Ayan. So, same procedure yung gagawin natin. Kunin natin yung midpoint. So, ang midpoint nito ay, ayan, 10 plus 5 is 15 divide 2. Ayun siya. 4 plus 5 is 9 divide 2. Ito siya. So, ito yung midpoint. Kunin din natin yung slope. So, 5 minus 4, ayun. 10 minus 5, ayun. 5 minus 4 is 1. 10 minus 5 is 1. So, ito yung slope nung, ito. Di ba perpendicular bisector? So, kukunin natin yung negative reciprocal. So, that's equal to negative 5. So, makukuha natin yung perpendicular bisector gamit yung midpoint na to at saka yung slope ng perpendicular line. So, ito ulit yung point slope form. Substitute natin. Ayan. So, ito siya. So, magiging y minus 9 over 2 equals negative 5 times quantity x minus 15 over 2. So, distribute muna natin ito. So, we have this. So, negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times this is negative, magiging positive pala, sorry. Positive 75 over 2. So, para mawala yung 2, multiply both sides of the equation by 2. Ayan. So, 2 times y is 2y. 2 times negative 9 halves, that's negative 9. 2 times negative 5x is negative 10x. 2 times 75 halves equals positive 75. So, i-transpose natin ito lahat. Itong negative 10x at 75 sa left side, ito siya. Okay? So, ito sinimplify na kagad, ano? Negative 9 minus 75, kaya naging negative 84. So, 10, 2, tsaka 84, pwede pa nating reduce yung equation by 2. So, this is the equation of the perpendicular bisector. We have 5x plus y minus 42 equals 0. So, nakuha na natin itong kulay green, tsaka yung kulay blue. So, ang gagawin na natin is isosolve natin ito by elimination method para makuha natin yung intersection. Yung intersection kasi nito ay yung values ng x and y dito sa may dalawang equations na magsasatisfy both yung ating dalawang given equations. Ayan. So, ito yung ating mga equation ng perpendicular bisector. So, iti-treat natin siya as a system of linear equation. So, sa pagkuha nito, kailangan magkaroon ka ng additive inverses or opposites dito sa coefficient. Ang gusto ko kasi dito ay makancel yung variable na y. So, kailangan ito maging negative 3y. Okay? So, para ito maging negative 3y, kailangan natin i-multiply yung second equation natin by negative 3. Nakukuha or nasusundan? Ayan. So, magiging negative 3 times 5x is negative 15x. Negative 3 times y is negative 3y. Negative 3 times 42 is negative 126. O dahil opposites na to, pwede na natin siyang i-add. Okay, so cancel. 2x plus negative 15x is negative 13x. 9 plus negative 126 is negative 117. So, divisible naman siya by negative 13. Pag dinivide natin ng negative 13 both sides, x equals 9. So, ito yung value ng x natin. Kumbaga, ito yung ating abscissa ng ating center or x-coordinate ng ating center. Para ma-solve natin yung y value naman, pili ka na lang ng kahit alin dito, no? Pero dito, ang ginamit ay using equation 1. We have 2x plus 4y equals 2x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. So, So, substitute natin yung nasolve na value ng x, which is 9. So, 2 times 9 plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. 2 times 9 is 18. So, we have 18 plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. So, 18 minus 9 is 9. So, lipat natin doon, magiging negative 9. So, divide both sides by 3, y equals negative 3. So, therefore, ang center natin ay nasa 9, negative 3. So, makikita natin dito sa graph, mukha naman siyang 9, negative 3. So, para makuha natin yung radius, ang gamitin natin is yung center at saka yung point na lang na to. Pero kahit alin dito sa tatlong points pwede. So, we can compute the radius using distance formula. Calculate natin distance between these two given points. So, yun si x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So, using distance formula, ito siya, no? So, 10 minus 9, and then 5 minus negative 3. Yung 5 minus negative 3, naging plus 3 na lang. So, 10 minus 9 is 1, 5 plus 3 is 8. 1 squared is 1, 8 squared is 64. So, ang radius natin ay square root of 65. Ayan, so dahil may radius ka na at saka may center, madali nang kunin ang equation of the circle, substitute na lang natin dito. So, thus we have x minus 9 squared plus quantity y plus 3 squared equals the square root of 65. So, cancel na lang to. The answer is x minus 9 or quantity x minus 9 squared plus quantity y plus 3 squared equals 65. So, asan siya sa ating choices? Ayun. So, may equal 65. Letter C siya. Okay? Dito, pwedeng ang technique na lang kasi masyadong mahaba yung solution. Pinakita ko pa yung long method. Ano? Ang technique na lang dito is pwede mo na lang i-substitute itong mga points na to dito. So, kailangan yung mga points na to, lahat ito ay mag-satisfy dito sa equation. Kasi may choices naman di ba? Dun sa may let exam. So, sa substitute mo na lang siya, kailangan mag-satisfy yung tatlong points na to dito sa ating pinaka-equation. That's the trick dun sa ating problem. Okay, let's have question 13. Find the equation of the circle in the general form which passes through the points. So, P1, negative 2, Q5, 4, and R, 10, 5. Parang ito rin yung given natin kanina, pero this time, ang hinahanap ay equation of the circle in the general form. So, ito yung ating mga choices. Ayan. So, kunin natin yung mga points. Hindi na tayo mag-graph dito, no? So, dahil general form, we take into consideration this equation. So, ang gagawin natin dito is isa-substitute natin yung mga points and then makaka-obtain tayo ng maraming equations. So, using 1, negative 2, pag sinubstitute natin siya dito sa ating equation, ito yung magiging result natin. So, 1 squared is 1, negative 2 squared is 4, 1 times d is d, negative 2 times e is negative 2e, copy plus f. So, simplify natin, 1 plus 4 is 5. So, we have this. Tapos, lipat natin si 5 sa right side. D minus 2e plus f equals negative 5. Ito yung equation 1 natin. Okay? Using the point 1, negative 2. Kunin naman natin yung equation 2 using the point 5, 4. So, ang gagawin ulit natin, yung mga points na to, substitute mo dito kay x and y dito sa pinaka-equation. So, ito siya. Okay? Next, 5 squared is 25, 4 squared is 16, 5 times d is 5d, 4 times e is 4e plus f. 25 plus 16 is 41. Lipat natin si 41 sa right, magiging negative 41. This is your equation number 2. Next, for the last point, 10, 5, ito yung magiging natin, equation. Pag sinubstitute natin dito sa general form. Next, 10 squared is 100, 5 squared is 25. So, ito 10d, this is 5e plus f. So, 100 plus 25 is 125. Lipat natin sa right, magiging negative 125. This is equation number 3. Ayan. So, yung equations 1, 2, 3 natin ay may tatlong variables, d, e, and f. So, ang gagawin natin is mag-i-elimination ulit tayo gamit yung tatlong equations na yan para makuha natin si equation 4 at si equation 5. Okay, so gamitin natin equation 1 at saka equation 2. So, dito, ang target ko ay ma-eliminate yung variable na f, no? So, para ma-eliminate natin yung variable na f, so, ang gagawin natin dito is, pwede na i-times mo to ng negative and then plus mo yung equation. Or, pwede rin naman na directly mag-minus ka na lang. I-subtract mo itong equation na to doon kay equation, si equation 2 subtracted by equation 1 para ma-cancel yung f. So, pwedeng minus. Kung plus ka naman, i-times mo naman to sa negative para maging opposite sila or additive inverses. So, i-minus na lang natin. Pag minus natin yan, makakancel na yon, di ba? 5D minus D is 4D. 4E minus negative 2E. So, minus negative magiging plus, kaya naging 6E. Negative 41 minus negative 5. So, magiging negative 41 plus 5, kaya naging negative 36. So, ito yung resulting equation natin. Pwede pa nating i-reduce by dividing the equation by 2. So, ito yung ating equation 4. Okay, so sa pagkuha naman ng equation 5, gagamitin natin yung equation 3 at saka equation 2. So, ganun din, kailangan ma-eliminate yung f. So, isa-subtract natin si equation 3 by equation 2. Okay, by subtraction, makakancel yung f na to, tsaka yung positive f. 10d minus 5d is 5d. 5e minus 4e is e. Negative 125 minus 41, magiging negative 125 plus 41, kaya that's negative 84. So, ito si equation 5. Ayan, so na-eliminate na yung f. Next, continue natin, ano? So, kailangan ma-eliminate naman. Gusto kong ma-eliminate dito si... Ayan, so si e naman ang gusto nating ma-eliminate. Kinopya ko lang dito si equation 4 and 5, ano? Okay, para ma-eliminate natin si e, ang gagawin natin, kailangan ay maging ano to, no? Maging negative 3e. Okay, so para magawa natin yun, i-times natin itong equation na to by negative 3. Ayan, so magiging 2d plus 3e equals negative 18, kinopya lang. So, iti-times ng negative 3, so we have negative 15d minus 3e equals, ayun, ito, negative 3 times negative 84 is 252. O dahil ano na to, additive inverses, imbis na mag-minus ka, mag-plus ka na lang para ma-eliminate to. Cancel, cancel. 2d plus negative 15d is negative 13d. Add mo to, that's equal to 234. So, divide both sides of the equation by negative 13. Ang d natin ay negative 18. So, para makuha natin, ano, yung value naman ng e, i-substitute na lang natin. So, pwede kang mamili kay equation 4 at saka kay equation 5. So, using equation 4, 2d plus 3e equals negative 18. Substitute natin si value ng d dun sa equation. So, we have 2 times negative 18 plus 3e equals negative 18. 2 times negative 18 is negative 36. So, copy this. Transpose natin si negative 36. Ayun, naging positive 36. Add. So, naging 18. So, ang e natin, divide both sides by 3. Ang e natin ay 6. O, dahil nakuha mo na si d, e, at saka si... kulang pa pala, si f pa pala. So, para makuha natin si f, pwede mong gamitin si equation 1, equation 2 or si equation 3. So, dito ang ginamit na lang ay equation 1. So, si d natin negative 18, ang e natin ay 6. So, sa substitute mo na lang siya para makuha si f. So, pag sinimplify, negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. And then, add natin, that's negative 30. Lipat natin si negative 30 sa right. So, magiging positive 30. Negative 5 plus 30 is 25. O yun, kumpleto na ngayon si d, e, at saka si f. So, substitute mo na lang siya dito. Ang equation ng circle natin is this one. We have x squared plus y squared minus 18x plus 6e plus 25 equals 0. So, asan si negative 18, 6, at saka 25. Ayun, correct answer natin ay letter D. So, ang isang trick na naman dito is, ayun, substitution of values na lang. Kailangan, pag sinubstitute mo yung tatlong points na to, ay maging true yung ating pinaka-equation dito. Ang makakapag-satisfy lang doon is si letter D talaga. Para hindi ka na masyadong mag-resort doon sa may long method na inano ko. Pero, ang point ko dito is para maintindihan ninyo yung concept behind the topic. Kasi baka mamaya, di naman ganito ka-complicated, pero yung concept naman ng maitanong, ano, doon sa may let nyo or sa may exam, sa board exam. Let's have question 14. Okay, so we have a circle is tangent to the line 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0 at the point 25, and the line of center is on the line x plus y is equal to 9. Find the equation of the circle. So, medyo mahirap intindihin yung problem. So, para mas maintindihan, pakita natin yung graph. So, meron ka daw tangent, ano? Okay, ito yung tangent line dun sa ating problem. 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0. Ang point of tangency nung line na to at saka nung circle ay nasa 2, 5. Tapos, yung line of center, pag sinabi natin na line of center, ito yung line that contains the center of the circle. So, yung line of center natin nandito. That is the graph of x plus y equals 9. So, asan yung ating circle? Paano natin madedetermine? So, ito ay circle determined by geometric condition na naman. Ang key idea natin dito is this. Kailangan makuha natin yung line perpendicular to 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0 at the point 25. So, pag nag-drawing tayo dito ng imaginary line, ito siya. So, ito yung perpendicular to this line at the point of tangency na 25. So, here is the key idea. Yung intersection nung line na to, okay, which is the line that contains the radius of the circle, and the line of center, yung intersection niya, yun po yung ating center of the circle. So, kung ito ang center of the circle, asan yung ating graph? Yung graph ng circle natin, ito. So, makukuha na natin yung center, okay, using the intersection of the blue line and the black dotted line dito. And then, makukuha natin yung radius gamit yung distance formula dito. Okay? Ayan. So, yun yung ating radius. So, kunin natin, ayan. So, unang step, ayan. So, kunin natin si 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0. So, kukunin natin yung slope nito, nung line na to. So, using, or rewrite natin ito in the slope-intercept form. So, lipat natin si 2x dun sa right, magiging negative 2x. Lipat natin si positive 1, magiging negative 1. So, you have this. So, pag dinivide natin yung both sides ng equation by negative 1, ito yung magiging equation natin. So, yung slope ng kulay green dito is m equals 2. So, ang gagawin natin, kunin natin yung perpendicular doon, yung slope ng perpendicular line. So, negative reciprocal nun is negative 1/2. Kunin natin yung point na 2,5. Makukuha na natin yung equation noong kulay black na to, no? Using our formula, the point slope form. So, substitute natin, that's y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 times quantity x minus 2. Ayan siya. So, eliminate natin si 2 by multiplying both sides of the equation by 2. So, we have this as our resulting equation. So, na-cancel na yung 2 dito, no? 2 times y is 2y. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Negative times this one. So, eto siya, pag dinistribute. Okay, lipat natin ito dun sa left side. Magiging ganito siya. So, we have x plus 2y equals 12. Bakit naging 12? Kasi itong negative 10, pag nilipat mo dun, magiging positive 12. So, ito yung ating equation dito, no? Yung perpendicular to the tangent. Ito yung kulay black na to. Okay? Ayan. So, next, kunin natin ang center. To find the center, kukunin natin yung intersection nung x plus 2y equals 12 at saka yung line of center na binigay dito sa problem, which is x plus y equals 9. So, kopya, tapos kopyahin natin to. So, para makuha natin intersection, gagamit tayo ng elimination method. Okay, so ganito ang gagawin natin. Gusto kong ma-eliminate si x. So, subtract na lang natin yung dalawang equations. So, cancel yon, tsaka yon. 2y minus y is y. 12 minus 9 is 3. So, ang y natin ay 3. Para ma-solve si x, gamitin natin itong equation na x plus y equals 9. Substitute natin si 3 kay y. X plus 3 equals 9. So, ang x natin ay 6. So, therefore, ang center nito ay nasa 6 at saka 3. Okay, so madali na lang kunin yung radius gamit yung distance formula. Gamitin natin yung center at saka yung point na to na 2,5. Yan. So, using distance formula, ito siya. We have 2 minus 6 and then 5 minus 3. 2 minus 6 is negative 4 square, naging 16. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So, simplify natin. This is square root of 20 or 2 square root of 5. O, dahil may radius ka na in center, substitute natin dito. Okay, we have this. So, pag sinubstitute, ito magiging 20. So, this is now our answer. So, we have quantity x minus 6 squared plus quantity y minus 3 squared equals 20. So, asan siya sa ating choices? Okay, the answer is letter B. Now, proceed tayo sa ating last question for this video tutorial. So, a triangle has its sides on the lines x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0 and 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0 and 2x plus y plus 2 equals 0. So, find the equation of the circle inscribed in the triangle. So, yung circle ay nasa loob ng triangle na ang sides ay mga equations nito na binigay. So, ito yung ating mga choices. So, para mas ma-visualize yung problem, pakita natin mga graph. So, yung graph ng unang equation, ito siya. Yung graph ng pangalawang equation, ito siya. Yung graph ng pangatlong equation, ito siya. Okay? So, ang kailangan natin gawin dito, remember, para makuha natin ang equation ng circle, kailangan meron kang center at saka radius. So, paano natin makukuha yon? Okay? Ang kailangan natin dito is makuha natin yung equation ng perpendicular bisectors nito at saka yun. No, not perpendicular bisectors, but angle bisectors ang kailangan. So, kailangan nating makuha yung angle bisectors na to. Pili ka ng dalawang angle bisectors, no? Pwede rin kumuha ka dito ng angle bisector sa may point na to, no? So, yung intersection ng mga angle bisectors, yun yung magiging center ng ating circle. Okay? Tandaan nyo na. So, ito yung magiging circle natin. Okay, so makukuha na natin yung center. Para naman makuha yung radius, gagamit ka ng concept ng distance or directed distance of line to a point. So, ito naman yung gagamitin natin para makuha yon. So, kopyahin natin yung problem. So, kunin natin yung angle bisector of x plus 2y minus 5 and 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0. So, gagamit tayo nitong concept na to. Ayan. So, ang ginamit dito yung formula ng directed distance from a line to a point. Bakit negative yung nandito? Kasi 'di ba, kung ang kukunin mo ay angle bisector nito at saka ito, so ibig sabihin ang hinahanap mo dito is yung kulay green. Itong point na to ay nasa left side nung equation na to. Kaya ang directed distance nun negative. Ito yung isa nating equation, 'di ba? So yung line na to, yung point na yun ay nasa left side ulit nung line na to, kaya negative din to. Para makuha natin yung equation ng angle bisector. So simplify natin. Okay, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 2 squared is 4, negative 1 squared is 1. So, ito yung magiging solution natin. Okay, next, i-cross multiply natin to. So, magiging, ayan, square root of 5 times this equation, square root of 5 times this equation. Dito, hindi na tayo magdi-distribute, divide na lang natin yung magkabilang side ng square root of 5. So, ito siya. Tapos, i-simplify natin. Lipat natin ito doon, tapos simplify. So, x minus 2x is negative x. 2y plus y is 3y. Negative 5 plus 10 is positive 5. So, palitan natin ito ng positive. So, magiging x minus 3y minus 5 equals 0. So, ito yung kulay green na angle bisector na to. Kunin din natin yung angle bisector, yung kulay blue naman dito sa ating graph. So, gagamitin natin is yung line, ito. Yung line na, anong line ba to? 2x plus y plus 2 equals 0 at saka 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0. So, ito yung magiging, natin, working equation. So, yung point nito ay, in reference kay 2y plus y plus 2 equals 0, ito yung line na yun, diba? Tapos, ito yung point, yung locus ng point. Nasa right side siya nung line na to, kaya positive yung directed distance dito. Tapos dito naman, ito yung isa natin na line. So yung point na yun ay nasa left side nung line na to, kaya yung directed distance natin dito ay negative. Okay? Simplify natin. So ito rin siya, magiging square root of 5 din siya. This is 4 plus 1, 5. This is 4 plus 1 also, that's 5. So cross multiply, ito times ayun. Kaya yung negative napunta doon, Okay. Dito, nag-cancel din tayo ng square root of 5, Kaya ito na lang yung naging equation natin. So, di-distribute na natin yung negative, ito siya. Okay, next, lipat-lipat. So, 2x plus 2x magiging 4x. Y minus y is 0. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. So, ito yung ating magiging equation. So, divide natin yung coefficients by 4. So, x minus 2 equals 0. Ito yung equation ng angle bisector. Ito yung another equation of the angle bisector. Clear? Ayan. So, ang gagawin na lang natin ay, ito yung angle bisector nun, tsaka ito isang angle bisector. Kukunin natin yung intersection ng mga lines na to, ng mga angle bisectors na to para makuha yung center natin. So, pero ito, nakasolve naman na, no? So, x equals 2. By substitution, so, substitute natin si 2 dito kay x, magiging 2 minus 3y minus 5 equals 0. Ayan. So, 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Lipat natin doon, magiging, ayan siya. Divide both sides by negative 3, so ang y natin ay negative 1. So, ang center natin ay 2, negative 1. So, nakuha na natin center. Ang next na lang is kukunin natin yung length ng radius gamit yung directed distance from a line to a point. So, ang gamitin natin ay yung line na to, x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0, at saka yung center na 2, negative 1. So, substitute na lang natin. So, hindi na natin gagamitan ng directed distance. Distance na lang, ano? Kasi length ng radius ang pinag-uusapan. Kaya may absolute value dito tayo sa taas. So, substitute lang natin yung x at y dito. Ayan siya. Okay, and so magiging 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 5. Ayan siya. 1 plus 4 is 5. So, this is 5 over, kasi 2 minus 2 is 0. Minus 5, that is negative 5. Kaso nga lang, absolute value, kaya naging 5. So, over square root of 5. Rationalize natin. So, magiging 5 square root of 5 over 5. So, cancel yung 5, kaya magiging r equals square root of 5. So, may center ka na, at saka may radius. Substitute mo na lang siya dito. So, that will become x minus 2 plus y. Wait lang, ano? O, dapat plus 1 pala to, no? May mali pala tayo dito. Should be plus 1. Okay, equals 5. Ayan. So, meron lang tayong correction dito. It should be y plus 1. Okay, so x minus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared is equal to 5. And that's it, and that ends our video tutorial. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.